What's the worst thing Trump can do in the midterms? That's the headline of a new guest essay by Jeffrey Toobin in the New York Times. Toobin is a contributing opinion writer and the author of The Pardon, The Politics of Presidential Mercy. The essay explores a macabre parlor game obsessing many Democrats, because they assume President Trump will be unconstrained by law, ethics, tradition, and precedent in trying to preserve Republican majorities in Congress. They're asking what's the worst he can do to fix this year's midterm elections. No idea, no matter how far-fetched, is off limits. So far, Trump's campaign has had mixed success. The tepid response to his address this month about election vulnerabilities showed he's had only limited traction. He failed to persuade the Senate to pass the Save America Act, which would impose onerous new rules for proof of citizenship on voters. And a federal judge has put on hold his directive to the Postal Service to limit delivery of mail-in ballots in states that refuse to share voter data with the federal government. But the very fact that Trump decided to give a high-profile speech underlines his obsessive interest in the subject. He continues to use other tools at his disposal, including threatening to withhold federal funding from states that refuse to follow his directives on voting, and neutralizing the bipartisan agency devoted to helping administer fair elections. Representative Joe Morell thinks about this almost constantly. Morell has represented a district in upstate New York since 2018, and he serves as the ranking member on the House Administration Committee. That committee supervises federal elections and oversight of House officers, and it operates unofficially as a kind of nerd caucus for members who aspire to mastery of the House's arcane rules and traditions. Morell told Toobin, quote, "The president simply can't get over 2020, and he's reliving it every day. I feel like it's the girlfriend in high school that got away." Instead of accepting the fact that he lost an election, God forbid, which almost everybody does if you're in this business long enough, he just attacks the system. Morell has been traveling the country, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Dallas, with more on the horizon, holding hearings about the risks to the vote, in particular for this year's midterms. While most attention is focused on who gets to register and vote, Morell has also been noodling about what happens after the votes are cast on November 3rd. The process for installing a new House of Representatives begins when the states certify the results in each of the 435 races. The rules vary by state, but most require election officials to certify by late November or early December. In recent years, Trump-aligned local officials have frequently used false claims of fraud or non-citizens voting as justification to decline to certify election results. Since 2020, more than 30 local officials have taken that step. That's the scenario that keeps Democrats up at night, a cascade of refused certifications that could throw the House into chaos. Thanks for listening. That's all for today.